What's going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck here again. Alright, I wanted to react to this video from I Am J9 Eve's channel. I find her funny. She's just entertaining. But one of the things that I find interesting, she has this video here that shows, Super Stupid being nominated and approved to become the supervisor of Thornton Township. This is on March 1st, 2022. And I find this interesting for a couple reasons. One, this shows why you shouldn't vote with identity politics or to vote because you just like someone, or perhaps even, in my theory, more than enough people were bullied or bribed to vote her into this supervisory role. And then secondly, this is proof that the governor needs to do a whole lot more than he's doing and stop acting as if he is not elected himself and cannot be voted out. And pass state statutes to prevent this from happening, where you get an alien from another planet sitting here serving as a mayor and a supervisor at the same time in any state, especially in Illinois. It's almost just, the corruption is just amped up to 1,000 on steroids. You have so many people in positions of a mayor, governor, judges, courts, just doing corrupt stuff, DAs, prosecutors, doing corrupt stuff. And they're just being loose and lawless about it. They don't even care about consequences at this point. And the worst part is, the more people do things that are corrupt and misappropriation of funds and anything that warrants an FBI investigation, and they're not penalized for it, the worse it gets, because now you're setting this precedence that, hey, any other person can do this that's in some sort of political position and get away with it. And it's like becoming a whole play in and of itself. It's just ridiculous, the corruption is being ramped up, that it's just all over the place now. But Super Stupid is just absolutely the worst. She literally is called the worst mayor in the United States of America. I'm still puzzled as to why she's on our planet and breathing our air, occupying space, and torturing these people in Dalton and Thornton by not getting the hell on. It's weird. But one of the things I do agree, I've only seen like the first 5 minutes of this video, and one of the things that I agree with what the feeling of this and the discernment that I get out of this is that it seems to me that this was planned for the majority of the board members to vote for her. I don't know if it was by way of bribery or bullying or intimidation and vindictive tactics or whatever, because she's known for that. But it's still funny and weird how they sat here and almost plotted and planned to the point where one of these board members nominated someone else, and then when it came down to voting, then she votes no to her own nomination. You can't tell me that's not something low-key that was planned for them to just, the way they tried to come off and passing it as if they're trying to be fair, it makes them look even worse. And this is what happens. Now they voted in a demon in human skin, and they can't get rid of her. And she's hemorrhaging money, tax dollars, on dumb things. But they voted on this. You can't sit here and do this. This should never ever happen. And it should definitely never ever happen again, where you can have someone serve as a mayor and a supervisor of two different areas at the same time. Because look at the lives that are being affected in this. So, I think the board is learning their lesson the hard way, but they're not going to do this no more. Tell you that. Lesson learned. All right, let's check this out.
The day that Tiffany was able to start calling herself a super mayor because she became the Thornton Township supervisor, and she was already the mayor of Dalton. Okay, super mayor. Ergo, that's what she says is where she got the title from, where she came up with it. But really, I don't think, even if she wasn't this, she would have been calling herself a super mayor. Let's just be real. Because Cause Tiff. That's why.
She's
Okay.
super
So
stupid.
I have
Super
all
stupid.
kinds of theories about the sneakiness of how this here board meeting happened. Like how she became the supervisor is quite weird. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna work our way through that whole thing and how it happened. How did it happen? How did that happen? And all the weird. You'll see. All right. Let's just hop on in and just get in here and see what all this was about.
Nominations are open.
All right, nominations are open. Nominations are open.
I nominate Cassandra Elston, Thornton Township Supervisor.
Okay. That's
Has a
one
second?
person.
Yeah, I second.
Who was that seconding? It sounded like somebody in the audience. It sounded like the person recording. See, this is crazy. This is how horrible Super Stupid really is. You are an international household name for all the wrong, evil reasons. I mean, you didn't have any member of the media in here, none of that. And look at the damage she's done from March 2022 until present day, June 2024. In 2 good years, she has hemorrhaged tax dollars, is under FBI investigation, has retaliated and caught lawsuit after lawsuit. A new one that was just filed, yesterday? A new lawsuit that was filed yesterday for retaliation. And that's like what, second, third one? And then on top of that, the threats and the intimidation, the bullying, the stalking, infringement upon First Amendment rights. It's just a laundry list of things that has fallen down this rabbit hole in just 2 years. 2 years. Imagine someone like her still being in this position 2 years from now and not being voted out. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. The damage she did in 2 years is unbelievable. And why is she still in these positions anyway? The governor needs to just stop playing with people and recall her behind and get her removed to sit her down. Even if he does it temporarily while she's under FBI investigation, do something. Do something.
There's no second. Nominations are still open.
I nominate
Should not
Jerry
be
Jones.
anything under FBI investigation.
Dad on the floor. Have a second.
You see this? Okay, so they nominated Cassandra. She's on the other side. You'll see her in a second. And they're waiting for somebody to say second. Now, I thought I heard somebody say second. I thought I heard somebody say third.
Somebody in the audience.
But, maybe that's just me.
It wasn't one of the trustees. See, this is someone's personal video recording on their phone or camera. It's not like, like a member of the media. So you can't even see the whole table of the trustees and what's going on, with everyone. Like whoever's recording this sitting closer to the front so they didn't capture the entire table of all the trustees at the same time. So I think they came from somebody in the audience.
For the nomination, our first nomination for Cassandra Elston.
Can I mail my nomination?
There is no second.
Anyone but Super Stupid.
All right. This is Cassandra. Okay? This is Cassandra.
Nomination fails.
Okay, fail.
Nominations are open. Do we have another nomination?
I nominate Jerry Jones.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all right. So now this lady right here. She just nominated Jerry Jones. And look at her in the gold. She just nominated Jerry Jones. Now,
Looking
Jerry
like
Jones
somebody
is
grandmama
this
in
guy.
church. What the hell she got on? This is a board meeting. This is not revival. What is she wearing? Why are you wearing all of that? Can they wear hats like this in a board? I guess so. I don't know. Why is she dressed like she on the motherboard? Hey, church. Welcome to Thornton Township Buffoonery Baptist Church, where the alien Ewok super stupid is the supervisor.
She nominated this guy in the red. Okay.
Oh,
all right. Now remember
I
that
have zero respect for
just
super
nominated.
stupid. So I'm gonna clown her as much as I can.
Do we have a second?
Y'all got to be kidding me.
I'll second
I
that
know,
nomination.
right?
We have a
Who put that
second?
subtitle at the bottom? They not even do that other person.
So Jerry
that
just
recorded.
said second, but I don't think he can because he is Jerry.
Yeah, no, he can't.
He's the
second
one who's
his
being
own
nominated, so he
nomination.
can't second it. Okay, so that's why they ignored him when he just said that. I don't
It
know
was
why.
funny though. It was funny.
There will be a vote.
Here you go.
There's a vote. Motion second vote. Roll call. Or discussion.
Any
Good
discussion?
Lord.
It's the little hand gestures and stuff that are weirding me out. Like this guy, somebody said something, and then this guy's like, "Oh, stop, right?"
This is crazy. This
It's
is what
like
happens.
just the weirdness
Call
of
roll.
it.
Roll
That
call.
is weird.
Okay, so now they're gonna roll call, right, for Jerry Johnson. Now this dude in the red, he's the one who's up for nomination now. So they're gonna do a roll call to vote whether he's gonna be the supervisor. Now,
Okay.
pay attention. Now remember who nominated him. Now, very important. Gold. Gold's the one who nominated. So you would
The
think.
motherboard.
Why would she know? Why would she nominate him if
Who
she's not
child?
gonna
She
vote
dressed
for
just
him?
like
Now
a
check this out.
televangelist. Gold lady looked just like a televangelist, wearing all that gaudy stuff. Is this for real? I'm stuck on this right now. Hold on. I'm just. What is that hat? I swear that looks like a tin bowl. A copper bowl
Trustee
on her head.
Jones?
Yes.
Oh.
Trustee Gonzalez?
No.
Dear God.
Trustee Gray Everett?
Abstain.
That's this one.
Deputy Supervisor Washington?
Now that's gold. The gold. She just said no.
What the hell?
Let's go
Ah.
back. Just a smidgen.
Yeah, that's
Supervisor
highly suspicious.
Washington.
I don't know how anyone.
No.
I would
No.
went off. What?
She said no.
I would have.
She said
off.
no. Now
I
that's
would have
weird
went off.
because, like I said, she's the one who nominated him.
That's what. This
Now the
is
audience
so
is gonna
weird.
be just as confused. Everybody else is gonna be like, "Wait, what?"
My soul
Look.
is disturbed.
No.
Does she have dementia? I mean, this is. How could you not think that this was obvious with this horrible planning and plotting to get super stupid in that position? See, God don't like ugly. God does not like ugly. Ye who looks like you just came from revival sitting on the motherboard. God doesn't like ugly. And I don't even mean to offend anyone that sits on a motherboard in a church. It's almost an insult to that. But that's exactly what she looked like to me. Because I can't believe she thought this was cute. Can't say cute at all. Jesus Christ. This is crazy.
Now this is the reason why I said I feel like that this was pre-planned. They knew,
Yes, it
but
was.
they didn't want to make it look too obvious that they were going to pick her
And they
for
failed
whatever the
miserably
reason
at that.
was. I don't know how she done it. I don't know what she said. I don't know what was said behind
Oh.
closed doors or whatever. But this don't make
One
sense.
can only assume.
Okay. She said she nominated Jerry in the red, and then when it comes to her vote, she says no. So why
Jesus
the fuck did
Christ.
she say it? Why did she nominate him? Because they had to nominate some people to.
You got meemaws and peepaws up here trying to make decisions when they wear copper hats, copper bowls, and try to pass it off as a hat with this gaudy ass gold suit on. She is going to go down in history as the one that did this nonsense, and it backfired tremendously. Like, I'm wondering, has she done it? I'm gonna have to look see if she did a video just apologizing like hell for this. I literally will be begging for forgiveness. I'm so sorry, Thornton Township. That was the worst mistake of my life. I pray to God you people can forgive me, and I will promise you all I'm going to step down and get the hell on. Good Lord.
Make it look real.
Oh,
But then they just weren't going to let it pass. They weren't going to vote
they
for
weren't even
anybody.
smart enough to do it
Until it
to make
came
it look real.
to Tiffany.
Ugh.
You see? Look at her. She look confused as shit. Look at her.
Everybody. Oh my goodness.
Look. She know. This is how you know it's not. Because you might think, oh, she's, because she's like an older lady. You might think, oh, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
she's
there's
somebody
some
Meemaw.
issues.
She's
But
somebody
no,
Meemaw.
She realized
She did
what
that
this
on
is.
purpose.
She realized what everybody's saying. She realizes how backwards this looks. But this is what was planned.
But she didn't change
Okay.
her vote.
This was the sneaky
the
little
worst
shit
part.
that they had going on. So now, so she goes I said no. Like she's reiterating it to her. This is the one that you not. She's like, I said no. She put her head down. She's laughing in the gold. She's laughing.
She's playing.
Send her vote.
Deputy Supervisor Washington,
I can't understand this.
Jerry Jones. Second.
Yes.
just say yes. Just say yes.
Second.
Yes.
Yes.
Just say yes.
What?
Yes.
The 2-1-1 vote.
2-1-1 vote.
No one is elected.
It fails to be 3 affirmative.
It fails.
And it fails. It
Oh
fails.
my goodness.
Interesting.
What a
Nomination
disservice
failed.
to everybody in
We have to
Thornton.
go back into closed session.
What?
This is crazy.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Y'all know she's embarrassed. She has not faced the audience. She's just been looking to her right. She has not even looked in front of her because she knows this is embarrassing as hell and highly hypocritical. You fake televangelist. What is going on? And what is she wearing? Where she get these clothes from? Oh, God. That's a televangelist move. I said no. What?
I'm not like a person, but this come on, y'all. This
Oh,
is crazy.
my God.
So they go into closed session. Okay.
Oh, my God.
So then they're gonna come back, and
Oh,
then
my good
this
Lord.
is gonna happen.
49.
This is
I nominate,
embarrassing.
Tiffany
I would be
Henyard,
so pissed.
Thornton Township Supervisor.
They come in, and I nominate
Oh, my
Tiffany
God.
Henyard.
This is
He
embarrassing.
just busts out with it. I nominate Tiffany Henyard for supervisor. Everybody's like, wait, what?
What? They hated her even then. Oh my God. Y'all know what? Oh, see, you know what's so crazy? I've had so many people send comments saying we knew who Super Stupid was before she got the nomination. And now I understand. Now I get to see in context the beginnings of the hell that this heifer has unleashed upon us when her ass does not belong on our planet. This is straight up buffoonery. Girl, please leave Earth. Just get the hell off our planet. Super Stupid needs to leave our planet. The only thing she does now at this point is either lie or act like she's still in campaign mode, or tries to come off like some sort of cult leader dictator. That's it. That's all she's good for. You can't even rely on her to go into public and make a statement without broken English. It doesn't make sense. And they did all this charade, and for what? And now look what's happened. Now look, so hopefully you all in Thornton understand that you got to be careful who you vote for as a trustee on the board as well. Because what they serve as is the legislative branch. Okay, so you got to have the majority of the vote for these nominations. And if you're not voting for the right trustees, then they're going to do reckless stuff like this and then put you all into a position where Now you have to deal with super stupid hell unleashed upon you all for 2 whole years. And already under FBI investigation. They got a civil investigation with Lori Lightfoot. This is crazy. Crazy. Crazy.
Trustee Jones,
Yes.
Wow.
Trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
Wow.
Trustee Gray Everett,
Yes.
Dang.
And Everett, who can't vote for nobody, who's just like, I'm here, but I ain't saying shit, is even saying yes
Oh my
to
God.
Tiffany Henyard. Now, this
Bro.
one guy who nominated her on some sneaky shit, him not knowing any, okay, maybe I didn't know what was going on with Dalton. I didn't know she was already into some shit. Maybe I did all this time and I still didn't somehow know. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody, none of these people knew what was already going on in Dalton with Tiffany. Because she
Oh,
was
yeah,
already,
they
it was already a problem in Dalton.
They knew.
With her being the mayor. None of these people knew that. And then all of a sudden, at the last second,
They knew.
down to the last minute, they had like, I think they had like 8 minutes or something left. And here they are
They knew.
having to do this. Look. And then there's Tiffany. And there's Tiffany. With one of her
Unbelievable.
hooligans. This guy is a hot fucking mess. And when I tell you about this dude, when Tiffany had locked them out of
I can't believe
the office
this.
where they couldn't go in their offices and they had to do their meetings and stuff outside the building. Okay? They had to do it outside the building.
Unbelievable.
She then had him, this goon right here, this little tiny
This
short
whole
leprechaun goon, okay? She had him come out there to them because they're outside and in there just walking around, just screaming, yelling, wouldn't let them say anything, just talking over him, yelling, repeating himself over and over again. This is the same dude. This one.
Wow.
This thing right here.
Wow.
Tiffany hanging on to him like, look what we done. Look at this. Oh my God, I can't. When I tell you I can't stand her. This is how she became the mayor. I mean the supervisor.
I know what to stand up.
Exactly. Who seconded it? Who seconded it? I didn't hear a second. All I heard was him nominating, and all of a sudden it was voting. But honestly, it didn't matter because clearly, if they was going to vote for it, somebody was going to call the second. But they already knew that because they already knew.
And the worst part is, you know, this lady on the motherboard couldn't even face the audience at all. It's like the denial and shame behind it. She wouldn't even just face forward and look at the audience. So she hears them upset, but was too cowardly to look at them. And this is the nonsense right here that gives rise and power and energy to a narcissistic, psychological, pathological liar that thinks she's a damn dictator and a cult leader with this cult-like mentality. You know, it just want people to just ignore facts, laws, and evidence like it's not real because she's tracked to some alternate reality because her alien ass don't belong here on Earth and just wants to pretend like she's queen of the planet, I guess. I don't know what the hell wrong with her. And I don't even care. We just want her to get the hell on. I have no respect for her, man. But this is what happens when you do this sneaky nonsense. So the question is now, were they either bullied or bribed? Because the Gonzalez guy that gave the nomination, now he's out there in the media talking about all these things that she did wrong and all this other stuff. But you nominated her. You nominated her. So if you did not try to question her, vet her, make sure she was qualified, any of that, why would you nominate her? Because I don't think it's hard to detect that she's a narcissist. It's obvious. And she's very petty and vindictive. Retaliation is like a normal part of her language, I guess. She can't go one whole day without being vindictive and retaliatory. And you nominated her. Jesus Christ. This cult leader is worse than Jim Jones. And I still believe that you all need to treat everything she says and does as a damn threat. Because let's not forget what Jim Jones himself did to his followers in a whole nother country. So I don't foresee anything good coming out of this for someone that's this dangerous with their thought process and their mentality, their mental state, being this narcissistic. She doesn't think that rules, laws, court orders, statutes apply to her. You know, she tried to pass some ordinance where the next mayor would get paid $25,000 while she gets $250,000 total almost. I mean, just doing things that are highly illegal and not caring about the consequence. It's a waste of the court's time or the state legislation to have to order, subpoena her, mandate her to do something. And then she just ignores it. Like, it, you know, whatever. I'm not doing that. And then there's no consequence with it. How much longer are they going to sit here and just allow her to get away with it? This is ridiculous. So, you know, you all wondering why, you know, how did this happen? This is it. Somebody that looked like they went to revival, wearing a tin copper hat on her head, decided to nominate someone else and then vote no. And then they just played this stupid game where they vote for super stupid. And now look what they're dealing with. Ugh.
Everyone was going to vote for it. So they
Jesus
skipped
Christ.
they skipped a step. Oh my God. Look at this thing.
Bro.
Look at this thing.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
She has to sign the warrant, and then she's got to take the oath in 9 minutes. Let's go.
Are y'all clapping now?
Oh my God. What? Is this real? Is that who is that guy?
It's very
And then she's got to take the oath in 9
Attorney.
minutes. Let's go.
Are y'all clapping now?
That was the attorney?
Very different now at these meetings since she's been the supervisor. Everybody's all like, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah."
What?
Yeah, I guess.
I wonder how many people on that board up there got bullied.
Look at this. Do y'all know what y'all just did? I'm guessing that you don't.
No, they knew what they were doing. They just didn't think about long-term consequences like most people don't when they're sitting here voting identity politics. Or they probably were either bribed or just flat out bullied and threatened. Because I can't fathom them disappointing all these people in the room that voted for these trustees, only for them to turn around and not even listen to the people that voted them in. So I understand now why people say they don't have any empathy for these trustees at all. You know, she's highly disrespectful and rude, which is why I have no respect for her. And I don't care calling her super stupid Ewoks and dumbasses all day. That's nothing to me. I feel nothing saying that about her. Nothing. Because she feels nothing about abusing taxpayers and mistreating them and torturing them with this nonsense. See, the people that pay the bigger price are the citizens. Because these dumb board of trustees, either they're all going out the door at some point, knowing they're not going to be reelected or anything, but you're definitely not going to get reelected now because no one's going to vote for you, and they're certainly not going to vote for super stupid. We don't have time for your dictatorial cult-like nonsense in our country or on our planet, you black-ass Ewok. My Lord. My Lord.
Put your hands together for your new township supervisor, Tiffany Henyard.
Wow. What the hell?
Look at this hype man.
Wow.
It's always the little ones that be trying to terrorize folks. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the one that gives everybody the business.
I hope the FBI sees that video because then they can go and subpoena that attorney. Because I have many, many questions now. I find it hard to believe that this was just genuinely done because they thought she was a good fit. Nope. I still have my theory and my opinion. Either they were bribed or bullied. That's it. You got a whole audience of people that are highly pissed, and they just ignored them like they weren't in the room. So you all make sure you vote out those trustees. Tell them to get the hell on. If they didn't retire after this, they need to be voted out.
Hangs out, harasses the shit out of everybody. Whenever he would come into the meeting and talk, it was always like this aggressive, super aggressive. Like giving Tiffany the business is one thing, but being super aggressive about it is another. And he's always coming in there, coming for everybody except for Tiff, of course. I ain't seen him in a while. I think he's been called. Seems to be like it's a lot. It's just a lot. Okay.
I know they gonna regret. Oh, I know they regret the hell out of that now.
Y'all can have them, baby. Y'all can have that shit.
What? This is an attorney saying that? This is an attorney saying that.
What the fuck? So we ain't got. So
He's an attorney? Did I see that right? Hold on. I want to make sure I see.
But they already knew that because they already knew everyone was going to vote for it. So they skipped the
Hold on.
supervisor.
In 9 minutes. Let's go.
What did I say? Wait a minute. Attorney says he must sign warrant and take
9 minutes. Let's go.
So he's an attorney.
Are y'all clapping?
He's an attorney. This guy is you understand the attorney and an attorney is an officer of the court.
And exposed Tiffany for locking her out of her freaking office. One of her first plans of action.
Are you serious?
So life is just gonna happen to us, huh?
Hold on, I don't want to miss it. Hold on, let me go back to
probably how she ended up getting that nomination. What y'all just did? I'm guessing that you don't.
Damn, man, this is unbelievable. So an officer of the court just stood there and threw profanity out there like that. Just all willy-nilly. An officer of the court, a whole ass attorney, just said that. I don't care if he's in the courtroom or outside the courtroom. You still have a certain level of conduct to uphold. What the hell? Oh my God, they should have filed
Look at this hype man.
They need to file a bar complaint against him with the Illinois State Bar.
He's the one that gives every.
Hold on, I don't want to talk over here. They need to file a complaint with the Illinois State Bar against him for just that improper conduct right there. And you got video, so it won't be hard to prove.
Everybody to business, hangs out, harasses the shit out of everybody. Whenever he would come into the meeting and talk, it was always like this aggressive, super aggressive. Like giving Tiffany the business is one thing, but being super aggressive about it is another. And he's always coming in there, coming for everybody except for Tiff, of course. I ain't seen him in a while.
God.
I think he's been called out efficiently.
He needs to be removed from the bar. They need to disbar his ass. That's what needs to happen. They need to disbar him. Whether he's in a courtroom or not, you're an attorney. That is an officer of the court. And that improper conduct should have cost him his bar license. You got the video footage to prove it. Send this along with a complaint to the Illinois State Bar and any other of these attorneys that failed to perform their duties that they swore an oath to uphold, along with the Constitution and laws. Make their asses have to pay the price for it by reporting them to the Illinois State Bar. They need to lose their bar license. They should never ever be able to practice law ever again. My God.
So he's doing a whole lot of shutting the fuck up these days. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure he is.
But this was him before. And he's probably how she ended up getting that nomination. If I had to guess, he's the one who came in on some trying to intimidate somebody. It's always the littlest ones, ain't it? He claims to be like, it's a lot. It's just a lot.
He's an attorney.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Y'all can have them, baby. Y'all can have that shit.
He literally just said that.
Look at this, and the people
Wow.
are like, "What the fuck?" So we ain't got. So life is just gonna happen to us, huh? Oh, just fuck us. We the people. Fuck us. So no, we don't matter. Oh, that's right. I forgot that we don't matter.
My God.
That's pretty much what's happening, y'all. Sorry.
Oh my God. Wow. The crookedness and the buffoonery of this, plus this attorney acting so inappropriate and behaving like a petulant child. Unbelievable. What kind of evil hold does this wannabe cult leader dictator have over people? Like, this is egregious. I am appalled and my soul is disturbed. This is what happens. Man, oh my God. This woman is under FBI investigation. The FBI is coming for you, super stupid. You black ass Ewok. They coming for you. I'm just blown away.
Look at this. And this poor lady is the one that got locked out of her office first. The one that exposed.
She sure did.
Luckily though, because she didn't call the news and exposed Tiffany for locking her out of her freaking office. One of her first plans of action. Probably because she was the one who was supposed to be nominated. Like, she got nominated first and didn't get it. You know Tiffany, you know how she is. If you don't kiss her ass right after that, she gonna come for you.
Wow.
All right, can I have your attention? Please raise your right hand. Say aye and insert your name.
Okay, what was the rush of this? Like, did someone pass and that position needed to be... Is this like a special election? Someone passed away and they had to hurry up and fill that spot. Why is it that these other trustee boards, why couldn't they nominate one another? They didn't feel they were adequate enough to become supervisor or something? What was the big reason for them feeling obligated to sit here and vote for her? I don't get it. How much money she paid them if she bribed them? Or how bad were they bullied or, forced to do this? I'm just curious at this point.
I, Tiffany Henyard, do solemnly affirm.
Yeah, I told my
that I will support the Constitution. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. Of the United States and the Constitution of the State of.
Super stupid can't even quote one amendment of the United States Constitution. And the one she probably is familiar with would be the first one, which is the one she's always trying to attack by not allowing people to actually express themselves freely in town hall meetings. I can guarantee you she does not know any other amendment of our U.S. Constitution. She doesn't care about the three branches of government that has separate but co-equal power. And you got this wannabe dictator that wants to sit here and talk about nothing but her being black and having all this power. Because we black and we black and we black and you black. No, you're dumb and you're stupid and you're brainless and you're a scammer. God almighty. Oh.
In the Constitution of the State of Illinois. And that I will faithfully discharge. And I will faithfully discharge. The duties of office. The duties of office.
Can we get her hammed up for perjuring herself in this this oath? When she's been given the oath and affirmation of being sworn in, is it possible to get her investigated for perjury? Because Super Stupid has in no means upheld any constitution or faithfully did anything in her duties to even be acknowledgeable or respectable of the Constitution, let alone anything else. Is it possible to get her charged with perjury on this? Can we just find a way to see if this was perjury? I'm curious.
Township supervisor.
Lying ass, helpful, sitting here bullying people. Oh my God.
To the best of my ability.
That's sweet it is.
Objection. I object. I would like to object. I would like to object to her saying anything she just said and her trying to pretend as if she understands our U.S. Constitution. I object. You gotta let people cry, Jesus.
That was efficiently a shit show.
That
was
was
it
the
not?
end of the meeting.
Now let's see what
Oh
she
my
feels,
God.
you know, that she's been, you know, now she's been appointed the supervisor. She's now going to start, you know, she's already thinking in her mind, you know, well, I'm a mayor and I'm a supervisor. How about I be a vice mayor? Oh, even better, a super mayor. He could have been a mayor visor. There's something, you know what I'm saying? But no, of course it was going to be super mayor. So here, let's hear what she has to say
Oh, mayor
about
asshole.
this. How does she feel? One has to wonder. How do you feel now that you've become the mayor? Okay, they're going to interview her and see how she feels about this such.
Here's my 2 cents on this, because I don't want this video to be long. Hey, I am J9. Eve, I enjoy your content. Entertaining. But I find this to be interesting because, you know, it shows that this is why you don't sit here and play identity politics. Whether you like someone or not should be irrelevant to whether they're qualified to serve in any role where they're representing people and making decisions on other people's behalf. First of all. Secondly, she should have never been a supervisor and mayor at the same time of anything. Third, this is in 2 years where she has just completely obliterated and destroyed Dalton and Thornton and wasn't even discriminated about it. She just simultaneously tore up 2 cities at the same time. Like, this is ridiculous. This is the recommendation, my opinion, and commentary that I have. This Lori Lightfoot investigation, you know, if you're going to have it and pay for it, make it worth your while. When you're dealing with someone that's a narcissistic, pathological liar, you know, you gotta, instead of us just saying, she keeps lying, okay, that's obvious. Here's the thing. Weaponize that and use it to your advantage. Lori Lightfoot. What you should do is go to court and ask the court to have her ordered to deposition. So if she want to keep doing all this lying and stuff and all this nonsense and deter, deflect, I don't care how long it takes for you to do a deposition, but you need to get a court to order her to do it. Because you asking her or you sending something saying request for deposition, then her and her attorney they're just not gonna do it. Clearly, she doesn't believe that she has to hand over financial statements, documentation, evidence, discovery, whether it's coming from an attorney general or coming from the FBI. She's already said that somehow she thinks she doesn't have to pay Lori Lightfoot. And I've always said my opinion about the fees and the money with that when you already have a deficit. But if Lori Lightfoot is going to do the investigation, make it worth your while. Lori Lightfoot needs to go get an order to have her compelled to do a deposition. That way, because she loves reminding everybody of her skin color. Black and I'm black, and you black, and we black. Okay? You take your black ass to court and go be deposed. Put her under the penalty of perjury. And go down a laundry list of videos, emails, text messages, lawsuit court filings, the statements for credit cards and financials and anything else you have right now. And I will ask her every single question meticulously. Just down the line. And if you ask her one question at the beginning of the deposition and you turn around and ask her that same question at the end, I guarantee you the answer will be different. Because she can't help herself. All she does is lie. It's like breathing air. So what you think she's going to do if she is subjected to another deposition? Because she's already done one when that law firm sued to get the payment that they were owed, $150,000 or something like that. They did a deposition with that. And all she did was antagonize the attorney and to try to belittle and be as insulting and disrespectful as possible. The problem is, when you're under oath, no one cares about how the hell you feel. We care about whether you're going to perjure yourself. And I don't think it's a matter of if she's going to perjure herself. It's just a matter of when and how bad. So going through this process and expecting her to give you any discovery or to even participate and cooperate at this point, no, that's not going to happen. She's already irritated that there's an investigation. You're talking about a narcissist that doesn't feel she deserves to be questioned and should just be allowed to do what she wants, and people just listen to her and not even believe facts, laws, and evidence. So she's certainly not going to cooperate with a civil investigation by Lori Lightfoot into her own financial dealings and misappropriation of funds, her lying like hell, stealing, embezzlement, money laundering, a whole list of things that I'm sure the FBI would have no problem proving. None. So in a deposition, you can, because it doesn't occur in front of a judge. It's not like a normal regular hearing, but the power in the deposition is the fact that even if the opposing counsel that represents Super Stupid wants to object, it's noted for the record. But the question still has to be answered. So you can have a deposition that can last however long it needs to last, especially when you have someone that is not trying to even abide by court orders or orders of attorney generals demanding evidence and information be released, or when you have a court order having Super Stupid removed from an account so that she can't write checks and sign checks on her own. And then she wants to go and lie and say that's not true, even though it's in documentation with the court and can be FOIA. Plus, let's not forget that she ignores FOIA requests. So, whether it's Dalton or in Thornton Township. So, either way, she tries to block FOIA requests. She doesn't want evidence and information to get out to the public because it's definitely going to reveal what she's been doing. And you're not very smart, Super Stupid. And I don't even expect you to be at this point. The only thing I expect you to be is ordered to be deposed. And like I said, if you know how to work the game and ask the questions, it won't be hard to get her to perjure herself. I don't even think it won't be difficult. She probably doesn't even know what perjure means. and try to get her to say that 3 times fast. Perjure, perjure, perjure. So when you got someone that doesn't have an understanding of the English language, that literally just at this point, I have every right to call her demon in human skin and a black ass Ewok that does not belong on our planet, doing any and everything she wants to do without consequence. It's not hard to get her to lie under oath, and she'll be able to do that on her own. You won't even have to coach her towards that. You just ask standard questions, and anything that doesn't match, go back and challenge that. And if she still wants to sit here and be flip-floppy and all this other stuff, okay, well, we'll make sure that the judge knows that you chose to perjure yourself. You lied because you can't help it. And you did it under the penalty of perjury. So that'll be a quick way to get, to get her hemmed up. And then, of course, in order. I mean, if you get a court order and get her ordered by the court to do a deposition. If she doesn't do it, she'll be held to contempt. But if she does it because she doesn't want to be held to contempt, then she's most certainly going to perjure herself. And I'm just hoping for either one. And if she gets a contempt action against her, they don't need to give her a fine or a sanction. Because you don't know where that money is going to come from when she's already abusing tax dollars. No, you want incarceration. And you want to get the maximum that you can get. Because she needs to learn her lesson. The governor doesn't want to step in, even though he could, and have her removed. But he could at least step in and try to put some regulations in place to say, like, effective immediately, we will not allow anyone to be a mayor and a supervisor at the same time. Because look at all this nonsense that Super Stupid is causing, and her thinking she has ultimate power over everybody. No, you don't. As a matter of fact, you don't have any power at all. The judicial and legislative branch has equal power with you. You're not over them. You don't supersede them. They get to go back and override your dumb veto. And if the state has not already proven by repealing your horrible ordinance regarding the next mayor's pay salary, if that doesn't teach you anything, then obviously you're not going to learn it. And at this point, we don't care. I don't care. I just want you to deposed. I want you under oath. And take your time and do it however long you need to. And then make sure it's in the order. If we have additional questions, we have the right to have you come back for additional questions and to provide additional evidence and to further this deposition until we're satisfied with all of the documentation and evidence in your testimony, which will ultimately be left to the judge. Don't ask questions that her attorney might be able to object to. You got to be careful with it, because I don't want her to get any leverage in that. She's already gotten enough. So I think that, to me, it would be more beneficial if Lori Lightfoot just tries to get a deposition out of her, as opposed to try to go through this due process for evidence and all this other stuff. You know, this clown is just not going to stop. And that's another point. I've said previously, if I were you all in Dalton and Thornton, I would take everything she says and does as a threat. When you have someone with this cult-like personality and mentality that's sitting here wreaking havoc in two different cities in the same state, because for some reason she's a supervisor and a mayor, you have no idea what lengths she will go through to maintain that power. Because she literally thinks she's a dictator. She gets to override everybody. That's not how that works. And you damn sure not going to be able to override the court. And if she is held to contempt of court, the court needs to do something and prove we're not letting you get away with this. So you're going to spend 2-3 weeks in jail until you get it together. And until you learn that laws are laws, facts are facts. None of those two things care about your feelings, and you are not above reproach. No one is above the law here. So get her ass deposed. Get her under oath. She likes to lie? Great. We're going to use it to our advantage. Now you can come in here and lie all you want. That way we can charge your ass with perjury. Man, this is crazy. And this narcissistic mindset is very dangerous. She has a history of proving that she can be intimidating, retaliatory, vindictive, weaponizing police department to do her bidding, to do her dirty work, to sit here and act like they're her personal security detail. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. This whole don't believe what you read and see and hear on the news and in the media and blah, blah, blah. Do your own research. Do your own homework. Do your own this. Don't believe nothing. She just wants you all to believe her. She don't want you all to believe nothing else, even if it's factual. If you got facts, evidence, and laws, she wants you to act as if, she wants you to pretend as if they don't exist in this alternate reality, because she does not want to be held accountable. I already said she's an opportunist. She don't care. And she'll leave people out to hang high and dry. So, someone like her, I wouldn't even want to touch me. I certainly would not want her to serve me any cookies or punch, because you don't know what she's capable of doing at this point. I truly believe she's going to try to do something completely drastic to maintain being in those positions, because I guess she thinks that if I'm the supervisor mayor, they can't lock me up. Yes, they can. You're not the president of the United States. You can go to jail. You can go to prison. So she thinks hiding behind those positions is going to keep her safe, and she's stupid enough to believe it. So, weaponize that, depose her, and make sure you all pay attention to her actions and her words and her goons and what they're doing, because once it's time for her to be reelected, she's going to kick that whole harassment nonsense by kick it up to a level 1,000. It's going to be kicked up to 1,000 on steroids, because she doesn't want to lose that power. She's power hungry, and at the end of the day, that's what makes her dangerous. What makes her even more dangerous is somebody like her realizing they have nothing to lose. Let's take an evaluation of Jim Jones. This man moved over 550 people outside the U.S. to some country in South America. I think it was Brazil, something like that. And then that was it. That was their last resting place. You know, these people didn't know that he was going to have them drink some poisonous stuff or have their kids injected with stuff, or if they tried to get away, they get shot up at the plane or whatever. They didn't know all that. But because they followed blindly and just supported someone because they thought he was a good person, they overlooked the real aspect of who he was. And she acted just like him. She's the black female version of Jim Jones. Except she's not a televangelist. I just, this cult-like mentality, her followers, if they're willing to believe that the only truth of the matter is what she says, but not a court order or an investigation or evidence or facts or laws or rules or anything, then they need to go to prison right with her. Because you can't be that dumb. It's too much out there to prove that she definitely deserves to be under investigation with the FBI. But the whole, y'all ain't got to believe that. Y'all can just read for yourself. Why y'all can't think for yourself? Why y'all letting them brainwash you all? There's a reason why she's using those terms over and over again. Because she feels if I say it first, if they try to say that back about me, they just repeating what I said. I was the first one to tell y'all, they spread lies and false rumors, and y'all shouldn't believe nothing and just believe me. Okay. So, I just, that would be a couple things that I would like to see. I would like to see Lori Lightfoot get her deposed with a court order, or get a court order where the judge mandates it, and if she does not comply, super stupid has to go to prison. She has to go to jail, not prison, but she has to go to jail. So there certainly needs to be some sort of a court order in place and deposition done. You all need to keep your eyes open, because at this point, like I said, you got someone that's dangerous. If they have nothing to lose, you don't know what they will do to hold on to power. And the worst part is she has a little girl out there. And she's not even thinking about her daughter. And trying to maintain power can't be good and healthy in that household with that child. Not at all. So it's crazy. And my last thing to the family members, let me tell y'all something. Don't sit here and let this girl cause you all to lose your liberty and freedom over DNA and genetics. If you are her relative and you are on payroll, whatever, and you get subpoenaed for your information, you better give it up and participate. Because none of you all want to go to prison with her. I can assure you that. You don't want to go to prison with it. And the FBI, they're going to keep probing until they get all the information they need. So what you don't want is an FBI investigation affecting your household because she hired you to do something. And because you're genetic relatives, she thinks you're not going to say anything about that. No. Cooperate. Don't let DNA get in the way. That's irrelevant. Your DNA and genetics has no power. So don't put merit into that. But you all need to have some conversations with yourselves and think hard about, I don't think it'd be worth it for me to keep my mouth shut. And if you go to prison, then you lose your liberty and freedom anyway. So y'all need to make a decision. Are we going to sit here and stick by this heifer? Or are we going to actually try to, do the right thing and just report her? I mean, the end. So, lots of things to think about. But I enjoyed this video. I think she wanted to finish on with the interview, but I think I'm tired for today. You guys check out I Am J9 Eve channel. Make sure you all hit the like button and subscribe here in the Lady Luck Club. We have fun here. And no, I have no respect for Tiffany Henyard. in any way. Super stupid. It's super dumb. And I wish to God she would leave Earth and leave us alone. Alright. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe here in the Lady Luck Club as well. Leave comments below. Let me know what you think. Deuces.